I wanted to speak directly to you and ask for the vote of LabourList readers in this election campaign. I hope you've seen the interview I've done on LabourList and the posts that I've put on during this campaign. Above all, my message is a message of change. And I've heard that from Labour Party members from Cornwall to Shrewsbury to Glasgow. That message of change, that we need to change and move on from New Labour. That we honour our past, but we don't live in it. Because we know that when it comes to our electoral strategy, our policy and the way we run our party and our movement, we need profound change. And I am the candidate who's had the courage to recognise the scale of change we need. We need to appeal to all sections of society. New Labour was right about that, but we can't take our working class vote for granted. We need to understand that on policy, we need to move on. So we did great things in creating jobs in our economy, but too many people are stuck in low paid work. We need to encourage aspiration in this country and replace tuition fees with a graduate tax. And we need a foreign policy which is led above all by our values, not simply our alliances. And then when it comes to our party and our movement, if we want a party that is living and breathing up and down this country, we've got to give members more of a voice. We've got to genuinely be a movement, not just a top-down machine. And also, we've got to connect to our trade union movement. Because in Britain today, there are only 15% of people in the private sector in trade unions. That means more than 85% of people not properly represented in the private sector workforce. All of these things need to change. And I'm the candidate who's had the courage to recognise that. And it's a message about changing in order to win. I don't want Labour to be out of power. I want Labour back in power as soon as possible. Tony Blair said after the 1992 general election, the problem is, he said, not that Labour changed too much, but that we haven't changed enough. I don't want to be waking up after the next general election and saying that. That's why I'm the candidate of change in this election. That's why I'm the candidate to get Labour back into power.